We're talking about most common health problem that affect women today. What are the problems?
Women can experience every other thing that happens to men. For example, men are at risk of hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and all that. Women are also at risk of those.
Okay.
But when we now look closely at the things that pertains to women, what are the things they are at risk of? Maybe we should take it gradually from when a child becomes, we'll say a child becomes an adult, so to speak, meaning that the child attains puberty. Now this girl becomes aware of herself. She begins to develop breasts, and then she begins to menstruate, and then the body begins to change. She begins to develop the necessary adjustment and fat deposition in certain areas of her body. Then she's becoming more like a woman. What are the things she can be at risk of? Okay, at that time she could have, some of them have menstrual delays. I think it was a few days ago that a lady was brought into the hospital and they said she's 16 years. In fact, the concern of the mother was very interesting to me as a person. She said that she's 16 years, that her younger sister has developed more breasts than her. So that was the reason she came to the mother brought her to the hospital. So it starts from that early. You want to know if the lady has started menstruating, as at when she should start menstruating. If the menses is delayed, you want to know why. So going forward, the other things that could happen is the menses regular? Is it irregular? And then as they grow older, of course, at that time too, they will be getting exposed to sex and intercourse. So sexual health, again, is part of women's health. I think I admitted that when I was talking about it earlier. So how does she take care of herself? She must know that she has a right to consensual sex. She must be careful of violence, which could be even within the marital confines. So looking at the things that are common to them is a whole lot. You talk about infertility, but let me just quickly stress that infertility is not just the problem of the lady, it's a problem of the husband and wife. Because when you say infertility, 40% of infertile cases are contributed by men. But in our society, people will think that any woman who is not able to have a child is the fault of the woman. No, many a time it's actually the fault of the man and not of the woman. Of course, there could be times that it will be both the man and the woman. But since today is basically about women's health, let me not digress too much. So ability to be able to conceive is a major thing in this part of the world. Any marriage you see that doesn't have a child, everybody is talking from 9 months to 1 year, and there's a whole lot of problems. So that is there. We also have the issue that comes in pregnancy. A whole lot of issue comes in pregnancy that are relatively common, like anemia in pregnancy, not having enough blood, people having elevated blood pressure in pregnancy that they don't have before, and which may even disappear after the pregnancy, and all that and on. Again, we want to talk about the common cancers, the breast cancer, the cervical cancer, and the likes, because these are things that are majorly a problem in this part of the world, in sub-Saharan Africa, and of course in Nigeria. And basically, the basic issue is because many people don't do what we call screening. So common health issues, there are a whole lot, but let me say emphatically that all the things that affect men also affect women. So it's just to make emphasis on some of those other things that affect them. Sexually transmitted infection, vaginal discharge, vaginal infections. These are all things that bring women to the hospital.